Hello everybody, and welcome to the third section of this course. The section is called Designing SPFx Extensions. During the course of this section, we will acquaint ourselves with what SPFx extensions really are and their purpose. We will guide you on how you can build an application customizer extension, which is one of three types of available extensions at the point of this video recording. And lastly, we will cover how we can deploy our extension into one of the Sharepoint scopes, site or site collection. The first video of the section is called Overview of Extensions Functionality. And in this video, we're going to take a look at how we can define extensions, what are the types of extensions available to us, and how developers can use Yeoman for scaffolding the extensions. Let us get started. So the creators of these extensions define them as a module for SPFx framework that enables developers to create solutions that allow extension of user interfaces along with some UI elements like notification areas, toolbars, and list data views. In other words, values of the fields that appear in list views. SPFx extensions is a relatively fresh thing, and they hit the developer preview stage from 6th of June 2017, with global availability expected later this year or in the next year. Code inside your Sharepoint framework extension will run in the context of the page it runs in, and naturally in the context of current user. It is a good thing to know which packages are available generally in our solution, not only in extension project, but in any node packages project. Well, with extensions, we have 4 new modules available from Microsoft. And they are SP Dialog, which will provide API for creating nice-looking dialog boxes, akin to model dialogs in classic Sharepoint. Microsoft SP List View Extensibility, which provides base classes for fields and command set customizations. SP Extension Base and SP Application Base provide the base classes for all 3 types of extensions. This brings me to the subject of types of Sharepoint framework extensions, and for the time being there are 3 of them. First, Application Customizer. It allows adding scripts to the page in certain areas, known as well-known HTML element placeholders. These well-known HTML element placeholders are set to endure all the upgrades of upcoming Sharepoint roadmap. This means that you can code once and potentially have your code available for further Sharepoint versions, or at least Sharepoint framework developers claim that to be true. Next one is Field Customizer, and that allows altering the rendering of field data in the list views. And lastly, the Command Set. It lets developers extend the so-called command surfaces of Sharepoint interface to add new actions. That could be a toolbar icon or a context menu item. We can create new elements in those areas and, of course, imbue those elements with meaningful code. For the very short demo of this video, we'll just take a look at what Yeoman scaffolding offers us in terms of creation of SharePoint framework extensions. Let us run the command yo@microsoft/SharePoint. In this familiar screen, let us select our client-side component and this time go for extension. It prompts the next selection, where we must specify the type of our extension. All of the other questions are the same as with the client web part type. I believe this is it for the first video of this section. In the second video, we will talk about how we can actually build our own custom application customizer. We'll take a look at the code and take a look how we can debug or execute our code from localhost inside the actual SharePoint online page. Stay tuned. Bye!